me tell you why I giggled a little bit. I'm looking at my guy Ty Dolla Sign right now. If you're not in the morning being Buddha blessed right now, I don't know what to call this, man. Welcome back to the neighborhood, Ty.
What's good, big boy?
Man, I'm maintaining, man. You know what? With everything that's going on, life is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Life is
blessed.
good, man.
We woke up, bro.
Easy call. And you know what I love about this, man, is that, you know, of course, we're going through a pandemic. We're seeing some of the most craziest stuff right now, Ty, but there's a level of appreciation as well. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you, man. Time is hell of a, and I appreciate your time this morning. And it's crazy how many times, easy call. It's crazy how many times we've sat in the studio doing interviews. And now we're, you know, in two different locations. I'm at the studio. It looked like you in like Palm Springs or some kind of paradise that you built for yourself, you know? But how you been holding up with this whole pandemic, this quarantine thing, bro?
You know, it's been tough, but like you say, it's like a blessing and a curse because I get to kick it with the family, kick it with my girl, just have real conversations. I'm not so like in a rush and on the run. And it feels good to just, you know, be a regular human and shit.
Right. Yeah. Hey,
you
man, but you know what's a trip too, Ty, is that we're so into, you know, there's a lot of shows. There's a lot of traveling. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything that you do miss, or are you enjoying this mandatory sit down that we have?
I miss being on stage, turning up with the fans. For a long time, I couldn't wait to just sit down, but like now I miss being on a plane. I miss going places. I miss New York. I miss Miami. I miss like London, like so many spots. I can't wait to get back to it for sure.
Yeah, man. And especially for someone that's been doing it so well for so long, you know, and continuing to build your brand too, bro. And I'm a people person, Ty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Dolla Sign, and I never took anything for granted. And I know you haven't taken anything for granted, but damn, I know we never thought that how close people were in concerts. You know what I'm saying? How when people came up to embrace you, that those kind of things would be something that we don't have right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
could have never imagined it.
Yeah, but we're here, man. But have you been in creative mode even more so, Ty?
Yeah, surprisingly, even more. Because it's like I feel like right now it took me back to my roots. Like when I used to be in the back room at my grandmother's house, just by myself, just recording. That's how it is here at the crib. I got like 2 different studios set up here, and I just be locked in, bro. Like there's only a few people that I've let come through during this whole thing. Really the first 2 months, I didn't let no one come through. But then now I'm starting to like open up just a little bit, and we've been going crazy. I think I made like 234 songs during this quarantine so far. And that's not like full songs, but just like verse, hook, some of them full songs, some of them features. But like when I looked up like how many joints I worked on, it was 234 just yesterday.
Damn, bro. So you haven't taken this time to sit down or slow up or say, you know what, man, I think I want to become like a sous chef or something like that. You've been crafty on yours.
This is with off days. This is with learning how to cook. I'm crazy on this grill now, by the way.
Hey man, I caught you on cooking it with Ide as well, and y'all were cooking a meal together, man. But you know what? I always tell people, I say, man, we got to come out better than how we went in. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to come out, and if you already knocked out like, you know, close to 234 songs, ideas, either hooks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things that you can work on in the future. When do you come to a record now? Like they about to hit me off with Ego Death, right? When do you come to say, all right, this is the one I'm going to focus on. I'm going to complete this one. And what is Ego Death?
Ego Death is a banger, first of all. I've been working on it for a second. It just happened to be that joint, like where Dre Sinatra, for instance, my DJ, he was like, yo, man, you got to drop this. And I'm like, man, we did this song a minute ago. We should go one of these new ones. He's like, bro, I'm telling you, every time I play this for people, this is the one, da-da-da-da. So I listen to my DJ. Dre, you know, the DJ knows everything. So we going with Ego Death first. That's how we chose the song. Basically, straight like that.
And who's on Ego Death?
Ego Death is a collaboration with me, Kanye West, FKA Twigs, Skrillex, and Serpent with Feet.
Hey, man, so when you have something like this, why did you hold on to it? And now it seems like the most perfect time to drop it. Why did you hold on to it?
I held on to it because, first of all, just like I did 234 songs just in this pandemic. So imagine how many I did before the pandemic, you feel me? So it was like trying to really put together a solid body of work and then start dropping singles. So now we got the whole album together and it's time.
Do you know when you'll drop the album, or is it something that you're gonna let marinate a little bit?
I know when, but I'm gonna let it marinate though. You know,
right.
I'm gonna let the suspense kick in.
You don't want to tell me so I can have the exclusive and put all the teasers up, and you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna text you right after this.
Go ahead now. I don't know. For some reason, I don't believe that. You never lied to me before. Were you hesitant with dropping music during a pandemic or a quarantine, being that, you know, there's a different way that you got to support the music now?
I was, for sure. First of all, because we can't do shows.
Right.
So it's like, wow. But at the same time, it's cool. I feel like with everything that's been going on right now, it's the perfect time for Ego Death, because Ego Death is all about like that one humbling moment that happens to us. And sometimes, like, being an artist or being Big Boy, we up here, you know? So, but everybody is still human, and we can all come right back down here, and everybody has that humbling moment. So I feel like the whole world has been humble right now with everything that's been going on. So it's the perfect time for Ego Death.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I was about to say the same thing too, Ty, man, is that when we roll out, every car you pass, every person that you see walking, everyone is in the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone you know, everyone you don't know is in a pandemic. So when you see something like Ego Death also, that lets you know there was no zip code that we can go escape the pandemic. There was no, if you make over $75,000, you're not affected. Whatever it may be, like, we're all in it, and it really brings you down to where, and not down is like, but it brings you to a point where you say, you know what, man, like, this just showed you, this is the equalizer right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't have a palm tree behind them like you do right now. But everybody, and everybody didn't work as hard for that palm tree either. You know, don't get it twisted. You know, if they was giving them away, we all have it. But that showed you right there too that it also pivots you, Ty, where it's like you start to think different. You know, like how you say you with your family now. You cooking a little bit more. I've been with you, bro, and I've seen the love that you give your fans. So think about, once we come out of this and we good, think about how much love you gonna get and how much love you gonna give once we're out of this. When you know the appreciation is through the roof now.
Yeah, it's so much love. For sure, man. I can't wait, you know. It's been a minute.
So with Ego Death, that is now a single. Album is coming. You got the date in your head, but you don't want to share it with me, which I ain't tripping off of. Really, I am. But will it be something that we'll see probably album? Will it be 2020? Easy?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Easy call, for sure.
Easy call.
Yeah.
Hey, man, now that we are in, you know, where we kind of thinking a little different, we kind of, you know, making certain things happen. Is there anything that you did learn that you didn't know about going in? I know you said cooking. Yeah. You know, have you put on the quarantine 15? Because you don't look like you have, but have you?
I took off the quarantine 15. I took off the quarantine 25. Because
this is the time you're supposed to gain it.
I got the gym back here. I've been doing lots of cardio. Since I've been cooking, I haven't been eating bullshit. Mm-hmm. And it's been good, man. And I'm still going. I'm still trying to drop like 10 more so I can get back to full Ty Dolla Sign status.
Hey, man, that's crazy, because I would think like this would be the excuse to let yourself go a little bit. Like, I've seen Mustard, man. Have you seen what
I was about to say, bro. It was like he hit me like a month in to the pandemic, and he saw like everything I was making online. He probably saw the cooking thing with Ide, all that. And then he hit me. He was like, damn, bro, you making a whole bunch of bullshit over there. He was like, you need to get on your shit. He sent me a picture. He was like, don't send this to nobody. And he had already dropped like hella pounds. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking at this. Is this the same guy? He's like, bro, you better get on your shit. He was like, he said he got on his shit because of me. Because before, like, I was super like, on my workout, I had lost a gang of weight in the beginning when we first came out. And once I saw him do it, it definitely motivated me to get back in the gym. So ever since then, every single day I've been in it and eating way better. And now I'm dropping. So we all gonna come out, like you said, you gotta come out stronger than you went in, you feel me?
That's crazy, man. Like, and you know what I do admire that, bro, is that there's a discipline there to do so. Because I'm going to tell you, man, I'm going to keep it real with you, $. I've been over here effing up, bro. You know what I'm saying? like I'm over here, man. I done started eating pork again sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I'm on another one of those, I'm going to be right by Monday. You know, Monday I'm back on. I'm back on. You know, but
come on, big boy.
Continue to be that inspiration.
All, bro. You the first one to do it. You know what I mean?
But okay, yeah, but you know, there was a lot of gastric bypass right there too. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? You know, that what's that? What they call? What is they called? Will. Yeah, it's like
willpower.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, Ty, you I think you got more of that. You know what I'm saying? I think you got more of that, man. But Ty, man, we're in a world now where we done seen like, you know, Black Lives Matter. We done seen, you know, George Floyd, you know, being killed. We watched something for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, bro, of a man being murdered. And we're in a position now, man, where we're hearing a lot more dialogue, you know, and there's a lot of hard things that we're hearing as well, man. There's a lot of feelings of being uncomfortable. You know, where are you at right now? Because you always gave us, you know, something for the club. You always gave us something live on stage, you know what I'm saying? But you also been extremely conscious as well.
Yeah.
And there has been, if it's not the message in your music, it's the message in the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Or what you're trying to convey to people. You know, where are you at now with what we see going on in the world?
I'm right here with everybody, man. Like you say, there is no zip code you can go to escape the shit. So I'm right here with everybody. I wouldn't try to escape anyway, you know? Shit, we all got to stand together and make a change. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm with the people. And as always, and that's one of the beauties about this whole thing. I feel like it's going to change music as a whole. Like, I looked at the number one on Apple Music is that one song with Lil Baby where he's talking like about what's going on. And I felt like a lot of the music, it was just getting lost in clubs, money, bullshit, you know? And now people have something real to talk about. So the music is gonna get better and it'll last longer as well because it's real, you know? So that's where I'm at with it. And I can't wait to play the album for people because it's way bigger than just the club and all the previous music that you've heard, you know?
Yeah, and I heard you talk about the album. And when is that dropping again, Ty?
It's dropping in 2020.
Now, what about the album title? Is there an album title that we haven't touched on yet?
You know what? I haven't told many people about it, but since it's Big Boy and since it's the city, it's called Dream House.
Why Dream House?
Because Dream House is, everybody got a dream house, you know, in their head, and you got to strive to get to it, and it's possible. So, you know, that's what I'm all about, getting to where you're supposed to go.
Now, we're at a point now, Ty, where we see so much on social media. There, you know, people back in the days, it was like, oh, there was one critic that wrote about the album or wrote about a song. Now, you know, Source Magazine, you wanted 5 mics. Now everybody's a critic. You know what I'm saying? How do you push out all that clutter and not pay attention to, you know, it could be a 1,000 I love yous and one whatever. How do you not let that penetrate what you're doing?
Well, nowadays I try to stay up out of the comments, stay up out of the mentions on Twitter, stay up out of all of that. Maybe like when I first post something, I'll just scroll down like 10 and then that's it. Because I notice if you if I give too much energy to that, then it'll start like changing how I feel about my own shit. So I try not to do that.
Hey man, and recently you just kind of flushed out your Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm dropping a whole new project. It's a whole new chapter in life, whole new chapter in our music and in the brand. So I erased everything and started over.
Damn.
Yep.
There was nothing there.
Everything's archived though, so I can bring
right. But then what you do, what you see on there, explain what we're seeing when it comes to what you kind of left up on your Instagram.
Yeah, what I put up on there is basically the cover of Ego Death, and I'm slowly revealing who's on the record.
Yeah, because when you look at the first one, it looked like that's just you, right?
Yeah. And
then number 2, it's you and who would that be right there with you?
I think that's FKA Twigs.
Okay,
female,
all right.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the next one, I guess that would be Skrillex.
Yeah. With the new red in his hair.
And then there's one that was shaded out, and I'm pretty sure that would be, we already spoke on it. You know what I'm saying? That would be Kanye. But I love the concept of it as well, man. You know what I'm saying?
It, bro.
And you got to thank your team too, because I'm going to listen to it afterwards. I know it's not, as we're sitting here, it's not available right now. They were trying to press play on it, but then it was also where they were like, you know what, let's not. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But they protected the music too, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as like letting it be heard and accepted and shared at the time when you want to present it to the world as well.
Perfect. Shout out to the team there, man. I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate you.
Dwight was ready to go ahead and let me bootleg it over in Japan too. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You probably need to get the white, the white part of the
You gotta watch the white, man.
Oh yeah. You said it, I thought it, bro. You said it, I thought it. But you know what, Ty Dolla $ign, man? Keep that same energy, man. It's good to see that you holding up well through something that's very, very serious, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're in a pandemic, coronavirus, so on and so forth, man. Have you had anyone either close to you or, closer to you that has tested positive for COVID-19?
Yeah, I've known a couple people that tested positive. Couple famous people, couple non-famous people.
Yeah.
One of my girlfriend, two of her family members tested positive. Her best friend's grandpa died from it. It's definitely serious. It's definitely a real thing. Yeah. So for those of y'all that be talking like it's fake, it's not. I know it sounds weird, but
what do you do to stay safe? Are you a mask guy?
I'm a stay inside guy. I'm a quarantine guy. I'm not going nowhere. I don't want to hang out. None of that. And if I do, I got like a mask and like a bandana around my face. Like,
hey man, how do we?
I still rock hand sanitizer, and I hate hand sanitizer.
Hey man, but we know Ty Dolla $ign. Like, if I saw you, I'd be like, oh man, that's Ty Dolla $ign. You know what I'm saying? Like, either the hair, the beard, and the contacts that you put in your eyes that you tell everybody are your real eyes. You know what I'm saying? I've been hating on you for a long time with that. But if somebody come up to you while you just happen to be making one of those quick runs, how do you social distance or tell somebody, like, I can get the picture, or do you tell them no? Like, what happens in public at
It's
the
been
moment?
funny. It's been funny because, like, this mostly happens to me at the grocery store. Yeah. Or, like I said, I got the full mask on, full everything on, hoodie, everything. And somehow people still notice. And, like, one time I was at this grocery store. I'm like, how did you notice? He was like, look at that watch. I'm like, from the watch, you knew I was Ty Dolla $ign from the watch, bro? Like, yeah, right. But I don't know, maybe knowing. Maybe it's the tattoo.
It's one thing. I thought it was
covered.
It's one thing either to watch make you build up, the hair bring you in. If you just happen to be looking up at the menu and I see your neck, I'm like, oh, that's him. You know what I'm saying? That's him like a mug. With Ty Dolla $ign, thank you for your time, bro. Stay safe.
My lowrider broke down the other day, right? So I had to get the tow man to tow me or whatever. I came out with the mask and all that. He was like, man, I thought you was Ty Dolla $ign. I'm like, oh, for real? Then I walk back in.
Man, I get that all the time. You know what I'm saying? It would have turned into a smooth appearance. Hey, Ty, do you remember one time we saw each other? I was somewhere in whatever that Century City Mall or Plaza or whatever.
Yeah, by Javier's.
Yeah, and they had your car parked in the front.
Yep.
And you know, because they had parked the right ones in the front. That's what they do. They had mine up on P4, and they had yours in the front.
I seen you online acting like it was yours.
But I went to the valet guy, right? And I told him, I said, yeah, man, because they was on the big boy thing. Like, oh, big boy. I said, yeah, man. I said, that's my car. They were giving me the keys to his car. Like Ty, I could have drove off, bro. And I could have had that car pieced up.
You should have did it. That would have been so funny, bro.
Man,
if you would have just pulled back around the block and my shit, I would have been hot, but not hot.
Yeah,
but it was you.
but you know what it is, too? You don't mess with people babies either, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't getting behind the wheel of your car at all, brother. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much history you got, I don't know what a motherfucker's pet peeve is. You know what I'm saying? I come pulling around the corner like, gotcha. You be like, oh, no, big, that ain't.
Man, the reason I had to tow my lowrider the other day was because I was at Wiz Khalifa's video shoot for Still Wiz, and when I'm up there like doing this interview for the BT Awards, like you know the one that just aired or whatever, they're like, oh, we're gonna move your car down the hill so it's ready for you when you come out. I'm like, oh yeah. They're like, oh yeah, the guy who works on Wiz's cars is gonna do it, so you have nothing to worry about. It's all good. Why do I come outside? And they're like, yo, we got some bad news for you, bro. I'm like, what happened? They're like, we had a little fender bender. I'm like, oh, they on some April Fool's shit, right? They just like messing with me. I get down there, they really smack my shit, bro. And plus, when I like pulled off, it was making a little click noise, like click, 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 click. So I had to tow it. So yeah, you're right, bro. You never want to drive nobody's baby.
Hell no, bro. And you see how
shout out to
innocent
Snyder.
that was?
Snyder did the right thing. You know, he took care of it. So shout out to my boy, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, shout out to Snyder, because I know if I would have played around and took your car and crashed, I would have left that shit around the corner. And I would have played like I wasn't even in Central City at that time. Hell no, bro. And also, when you talk about the BET Awards, they did a great job with that, you know, as far as
they killed it
virtually. But congratulations to you on another
Thanks,
get down
man.
as well, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. That's my first BET award.
Did y'all snatch for No Guidance?
Oh, nah. We snatched for, what you call it?
Was that Megan?
Hot Girl Summer, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, because you was up for like 3 different ones, man. So you snatched that one, bro. Congratulations to you. You know what I'm saying?
It, bro.
Do you want to do your speech now, or should we come back later and do it?
Oh, man, I want to thank LA. You feel me? If it wasn't for LA, where would I be?
Big
you
boy.
know what I mean? Shout out to each and every one of y'all, Big Boy.
Thank you, man.
The whole neighborhood.
Thank you,
you feel me? Shout out to y'all.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And cut. No, I'm just saying. Ty, thank you for your time, my brother. You be good, man. Keep smiling. God willing, we'll see you soon.
Much love.
There it is, man. Ty Dolla Sign in the neighborhood, Big Boy's neighborhood.